Welcome to the AL.com Game Day Wrap-Up Show, sponsored by Alabama Power. I'm Alex McDaniel here with Kevin Scarbinsky, and we are in Atlanta, Georgia, where Alabama has just won the SEC championship game for how many times was this for Alabama?
Let's see, this is 2 in a row, 3 out of 4, 4 out of 7 under Nick Saban. It's a pretty good accomplishment. And you know, everybody wants to race right past this to what's coming next. But when you become the first team in the league to win back-to-back titles since Tennessee in 97 and 98, you've accomplished something. When you do what Nick Saban did tonight, this is his 6th SEC title. And guess what? Only one coach in the history of this league has won more, a guy named Bear Bryant. He had 14. But now Saban's in his high with Steve Spurrier and Vince Dooley and a coach you're probably pretty fond of, Johnny Vaught from Ole Miss. That's some legendary names. That's
Absolutely.
a huge accomplishment.
And you know, the thing about all of those games is he won them with Kirby Smart, and we definitely, in all of the madness, haven't forgotten about the fact that they're probably going to announce either Sunday or Monday that he'll be moving on to take on a head coaching job at Georgia. So where do they go from here, especially since this has kind of spun off a coaching carousel of who's going to leave, who's going to stay, and how will Saban rebuild from here? It
was interesting to watch the procession of hugs and handshakes with all the players and the other coaches, and I think Lane Kiffin got in line twice and hugged Kirby, and it was almost a farewell. But they do have unfinished business, and a number of players. I talked to Cyrus Jones in the locker room. He said Kirby told him he is staying to finish the job. He will stay through the playoff, and that's the best news possible for Alabama.
Well, speaking of looking ahead, we have Derrick Henry, game MVP. He's got possibly an exciting week ahead of him. How do you think this is going to shake out with the Heisman race?
I said this before, Alex, if he doesn't win the Heisman, there should be an investigation. Before I just said investigation, now I'm going to say federal investigation.
It's serious.
When you break a record that was held by Herschel Walker for the most yards in a single season in the SEC, that is incredibly strong. And by the way, he did it on about 50-something fewer carries than Herschel did back in 1981. He gets stronger every game as the game goes along. And if he doesn't win the Heisman, I will be shocked.
Well, looking ahead to the college football playoff, even though we definitely appreciate the significance of this game, what do you think Alabama needs to do at this point to get prepared for the game, both mentally and physically? You
know, one good thing I think, and I talked to some national writers in the press box, and you already heard some doubts. The offense isn't very good. Jake Coker struggled. They're not going to play a team with an offense like Florida's that doesn't have a chance, and that defense will be challenged. So I don't think Alabama's going to be the favorite. I don't think they'll be number one. I think if they match up with Oklahoma, that's the hot team of the moment. Everybody thinks the Sooners are going to win the national title. Not so fast, my friends. Don't count out this team the way this Alabama team plays defense under Kirby Smart.